thank you guys for showing up this afternoon, and a special thanks to the folks that brought somebody with them. I just want you to know that you are working for a very strong, healthy, positive direction company. You can hear the testimony. You heard the CEO. His demands are high. You know that our products are good based on the testimonies. When you have good products, all you need to know is how to make money with them.
Yep.
And that's what I'm going to try to share with you here.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to discuss some of these items here because these are items that you're going to face in the field. We want you to know that there's no joining fees, no monthly fees, no auto shipments, no annual fees, and no website fees. When you talk to someone in the field, they're going to throw something at you. They're going to know that there's a fee. You have to convince them, tell them there are no fees. As a member, we give you a website. Your face, your pictures on there. There's no charge for the website. Okay. Here's our benefits. You as a member, the very top person, brings in a person, her name's Mary, and you don't know what Mary's going to do. Mary decides to bring somebody else in, okay? And that's what the example shows there. John does the same thing. Okay, some of the benefits are unlimited savings. That means as Mary and Bill and Bob and John and Martha start to understand that our products are excellent, they're starting to tell folks about it. As they tell folks about it, they begin to buy. Those folks begin to buy. There are points that each item have. 10,000, 5,000, each item has those points. Those points continue to come up to the very top person no matter how long or how many people are involved. The next unlimited levels, that means that you can have hundreds of people, thousands of people in different countries even. Okay, so all you have to do is to share and tell about our business and our products. I went a little too fast there. Okay, when you become a member, you're assigned a number, an ID. Your ID can bring somebody in any country that we're in. So if you have a friend that's from another country that's in our system, you will be able to sign them up. We have, as mentioned, we're getting ready to go into China and India. You could start signing those folks up if you are aware of anyone there. It is a global business. We're in several countries now. We're in the Philippines, we're in Canada, we're in Mexico, let's see, Japan, I think we're in Japan, yes? Yeah, Australia, Canada. Okay? All you need is 2 legs to do this business. You're on the top, and you're bringing some folks in on the left, and you're bringing some folks in on the right. Those are consumers. They're just buying the product because they love it. They quit buying the stuff that they're buying at the other stores. The other store item you're hearing on TV and in the news, it's got chemicals in it, it's got problems in it. You know that ours don't. We go out of the way to make sure it doesn't. So, as Mary wants to do the business, she says, I love the product, I know a lot of people, I'm going to start telling everybody. All she has to do is to bring in another leg. And when I say leg, oops. When I say leg, it's the right angles there that you're seeing. Okay? It is a team business, like Pravish mentioned. When you're bringing those folks in, you know who they are. So you can call them at any time. They can call you at any time. Any questions? That's what we mean by working as a team. Okay? These are the products. That's how we make the money. Okay? You've heard all about them. They all work. When something works, all you have to do is to tell somebody, and it comes from your heart. You're not making anything up. And that's why it's good to come to these meetings, because you just witnessed a lot of the folks telling you about the meetings and the quality products. This is an example, as I sort of mentioned a minute ago. This is you on the top. You brought in your coworker. You brought in your, and I do want to mention this. You have daughters, sons, you have grandchildren. All those folks should be using the products that you are using. Okay, because they're going to go to school, and Johnny's going to tell Billy, hey, I'm using a better toothpaste. How did McDonald's get the fries out there? Got you to take the little babies, and then so forth and so forth. So we're missing that boat if you're not getting all your relatives and everyone involved. Okay, so as these folks begin to buy the product, mom buys it for the daughter and the son, and that's the way it's going to end up working anyway. The points are starting to come up. These points that you see are 10,000 points. Like one of the items over there is 10,000. Our HemoHim is 55,000. So some of you that see the big and aggressive approach, you may want to promote that. If you have a nurse background or anything like that, you may want to use that. So for example, all these points are coming up, and those points come all the way up to you on your left side and on your right side. And they will stay there until you make a check. That's how our system goes. It may take you a month, 2 months. While I'm on this subject, you know, right now, some of us don't even know what we're spending each month. If you quit spending it there and you spend it with better products, you're gonna move this thing along very quickly. Okay, I want to share with you how the income's made. There's two categories: general commission, we pay out 44%, and the mastership bonus, we pay out 20%. This is a simple business. Don't let it be too difficult. If you just work on getting the information out there about the product, all this will come automatically. Okay? For example, you've acquired your 300,000 PV, and in the center, okay, there we go. Yeah. Okay, so in the center here, you'll see 300,000 points. You got two lines, the left side and the right, like you saw in the previous picture. Okay, so the left side, all your friends that you brought in, and then on the right side, the relatives and friends, neighbors, co-workers, and so forth. It both matches, 300 and 300. The company sends you a check for plus or minus $60. Okay, who's doing that for you now? No one. That's why you're here. Okay. Your personal points are 700,000. The same scenario. Left side becomes 700. Right side becomes 700. Company sends you a check for plus or minus $120. And that keeps going on because your group is building. And if it's not building, you need to have a little meeting, have your friends come here, and we'll explain all that to them. Very, very simple. Okay, so this continues, and you'll get a check for $260 plus or minus, 2.4 on each side, right and left. You get a check for $400. And as you see this starting to happen, you're busy wanting more people and more people and more people. And your group is growing at the same time, okay? So 20 million here, you'll get a check for $1,100, 50 million points there, you get a check for $1,200, and this is daily. This is daily. Okay? What makes it seem so hard is because we're used to working a job. This is just telling a friend. Okay? We have 7 masterships. The first one is a little tougher. It's my job right now. Okay? But the company knows that it's tougher. So what they're doing is, out of the 20% that they're going to contribute to all these folks, they're giving the sales master 10%. So that puts me in a position of making $2,000 plus or minus monthly. Okay? A Diamond Master gets 5%. That's my Diamond Master right there. She's in a position to make $4,000 plus or minus. Share Row Master, as you can see, it's getting a little smaller, but they have bigger groups. Their groups are growing. 2%. He's at $10,000 plus or minus. Star Master, we have a few here, right?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay. Shared Royals Master, here we go. All right, Star Master is 1.2. He's in a position to get 20,000 monthly. Royal Master, 1%, 40,000 monthly. These are figures that we typically know to be a year in our regular jobs right now. Okay, so there's a big difference. Crown Master, 5%, 45,000 plus or minus monthly. Imperial Master, I will show you how much bonus he gets in a little bit, but he gets 3.3%, 50,000 a month. Okay, this is another tool that you will be faced in the field. You will hear the terminology pyramid. We are not a pyramid, but this is an example so you can explain what a pyramid is. These are us working in the job right now. The company has already put aside enough money to pay us, but the boss, the district manager, the CEO, all these guys are getting all the money. Guess what's fixing to happen? You've heard on the news, $15 an hour, right? $20 an hour. This guy is already figuring out how many of these people has to go. His boss is telling him, we're raising the prices of these employees, but you've got to operate on the same budget. This is reality. This shows you how much the store manager is making. This is Atomy's philosophy here in comparison to the pyramids. That's the stores that are out there right now. Okay? It may take you 3 years, 5 years, but just as you can see on the top there, it says $1,400 a day. That is your limit. The company has put that limit there. Who would like to get $1,400 a day?
We all do.
Exactly. So it doesn't make a difference if they put a limit of $1,400. We'll be happy the way it is. Okay, so that's the ceiling. Now when the amounts come up to that, the rest of it comes back to us as associates. Okay, this is what happens when you are a sales master. This is the guy that gets the 10%. Okay, your PV value is 700, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create two other, my point value comes up to 2.5 on the left and 2.5 on the right within the monthly period. I'm going to be eligible for a $2,000 plus or minus. And because that happened, I reached that position, the company is generous enough to give me a 6-set, a hemohim, and a 4-set. What is your company giving you now? That's how you got to look at it. It's the facts. Okay, Diamond Master, she's at 1.5. She's going to teach and educate 4 guys like me that are making $4,000 a month. And when she reaches the Diamond Master, the company says, hey, you did a good job. We're going to give you a computer, which she's already got one, and 6-set, a hemohim, and a 4-set. Just for doing a good job. The next one is the Shareroll Master, 2.4, and he's educated and trained 4 Diamond Masters. And now they're at $10,000 a month. And because they've done such a good job. Now let me highlight this. Anyone in here could do this. Depends on the people you meet. Yep. Depends on the people that are excited. Some are excited, some are not. And we benefit by everyone. Don't underestimate anyone. Okay? And don't overlook the 18-year-olds. That's what we need. Okay? They're the ones with the computers. They know how to spread this faster than we do. Okay, so reaching that particular point, her promotion bonus is $2,000 cash, 2 travel tickets, and $1,000 per person. That fits nicely in your pocket. You don't even need to put it in the wallet. Just roll it up. Okay, as a Star Master, you have 4 Shareroll Masters, and they're making $20,000 a month. Because they've reached that position, they get a bonus promotion. $10,000 cash, that's a little hard for the pocket, 4 travel tickets, and a $1,000 per person bonus. Folks, what you're doing in the real world today, It's all structured. You're in a position, you can't make more than 10 bucks an hour because that's the position. Okay? If you want to raise, you may get a 1%. Do this, and you'll get more. Okay, Royal Master, you're at 2.4. You got 4 Star Masters. They're making $30,000 plus or minus a month within the 1st to 15th, 16th to the end of the month. His promotion bonus is $50,000 cash. You underline that right there. $2,000 sponsor fund. He's also going to get a car rental, 4 travel tickets, and $4,000 per person. Now, what is he doing? What are these folks doing? Just talking to people who talk to people who talk to people. You have to be college educated? No. You don't have to have any education. Crown Master 2.4, you have 4 Royal Masters, making it $45,000 plus or minus monthly. Company appreciates that, so they give a bonus of $300,000 cash, $5,000 sponsorship fund, so they can grow their business. They get a $64,000 luxury car, 4 travel tickets, $4,000 per person. There's the big one here. I think we have, what, 4? We have 4 of them? Will be 5, okay. An Imperial Master, he's worked hard. He's answered a lot of questions, all different times a day. Okay, he's got 4 Crown Masters. They're making $50,000 a month. His promotion bonus for acquiring that position is $1 million. $1 million. How many of your companies out there now are doing that? They're not. Okay, you get a $10,000 sponsor fund. You get $78,000 luxury car. Driver, you pay the driver $2,000. I've heard some stories where they hire their wives or their kids or something to do the driving for them at $2,000 bucks. And as we go into the future, we're going to need things like this. Okay. A rental office, $2,500 a month. An assistant, $1,500 a month. 4 travel tickets and $4,000 per person. This is excellent. This is just by talking to folks. All right, this is an example of what $1 million looks like. Okay, it's on it's right there. You can see she's very happy about receiving this. The next person, he's excited. Okay, there's what $1 million look like. Here's another one, number 3. And okay, this is how they get it to the stage. There's a lot of media on this, of course, so everybody knows. Number 4. Okay. Very excited. Okay. Now, Atomy is your tool to reach your goal. Very simple. Yes. We want to make sure that everyone here tonight knows to tell their folks to download our app. You just go to the App Store, download the app. As a member, you go to your office, go lineage to see the folks that are being added to your group. And when you send these guys an email on what the business is all about, they're looking at it right there. They're also trying to figure out, my left side has got points, I need to get a check, so I'm going to work on my right side so they can get a check. How many apps out there are going to show you how to make money? Thank you very much.